about why Malaysians living in KL need a higher salary. Is it due to a higher cost of living? Well, let's find out together, shall we? I'm currently at TRX, the latest and hottest mall in KL, and it just opened a few months ago. So what am I doing here? Is it to promote this mall? Of course not. KL doesn't need me to promote their malls. In this video, I want to talk to you about the salary, the spending power, and the lifestyle of Malaysians living in KL, and why their salaries are significantly higher than those of the other states in Malaysia. Stay tuned to find out. Hi, my name is Fran, one half of the Corporate Breakout Couple, and I'm currently in KL. If you've been following our channel, you'll know that we are a couple that broke out of the corporate rat race, and we're actually known for doing cost of living and early retirement videos all around the world. Before I get into the heart of this video, please like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share this to your friends so everyone learns. So let's first talk about the lifestyle of people living in KL, okay? So of course, KL is the capital of Malaysia, so the lifestyle is a little bit more fast-paced than the other states in Malaysia. And also, the traffic in KL is horrendous. So what does this mean? The people living in KL need to wake up earlier so that they can get ready for work. And then what they also do is they also leave their houses earlier and they come back later. So what this means is that they actually often have their meals outside, their breakfast, their lunch, and their dinner. And now if you think about it, if I look around the mall, which is TRX, right? The mall actually kind of reminds me of Jewel at Changi Airport. Why? Because of the layout. And now, this TRX mall, the MRT stop actually opens up into the mall directly, just like some of the malls in Singapore as well. So what does this mean? It means it's very convenient for commuters taking the train to just stop by after work to have a meal in the mall. And as you know, the moment you have a meal in the mall, your cost goes up, right? Because meals in restaurants tend to cost higher than kopitiams or even home cooked food. And of course, when you're in the mall, there's a lot of temptation all around you. Multiple shops and vendors all vying for the piece of your pie, which is your wallet. It looks like I'm in a park with a water feature, isn't it? But let me tell you, this is not an ordinary park. This is actually a city park on a rooftop at the mall called TRX. You can only find unique concepts like this in KL because it is to attract tourists, expats, as well as the KL residents. If you take this exact same building and you plop it into another state, for example Terengganu or Perak, I can assure you that it won't do as well. Why? This is because malls like this, concepts like this are actually designed with the purpose of getting people with higher spending power to come and spend money. People who can drop 300, 400, 500 ringgit on a dinner, or spending tens of thousands of dollars on luxury shopping without a single thought.
After a long 4-hour drive from Penang to KL, an ice-cold Guinness hits the spot. That was good. You know what else I feel and what else I notice every time I step into KL from Penang? The price jump. Did you know out of the 13 states in West and East Malaysia, KL, which is in the state of Wilayah, is the most expensive state to stay in, and it also has the highest median income. And there's a reason for that. For example, this place called Arthur's Storehouse is a Guinness concept, which is very unique, one of its kind. You can't even find this in Singapore, and it's the first of a kind in KL right now. They have a well-equipped bar, a restaurant concept, and they sell Guinness merchandise and even have their own tour as well. My point is, every time there's a new concept in Malaysia, it will come to KL first because KL has the highest spender and the richest concentration of people. So the reason for the high salary is it has to be cost adjusted to match the cost of living in KL. That's why in KL, the salary is significantly higher than some of the other states. So if you're a person staying in KL, even though you're earning more, don't forget you're spending more as well.
We love this coffee brand, and it's so difficult to find it in Malaysia because guess what? This is the one and only outlet in KL Pavilion, and they're opening one more at TRX. That's it. Only 2 in the future in the entire Malaysia. In Singapore, there's 6 outlets, right? So as you can see, these are the kind of coffee chain brand concepts that can only be open in KL and nowhere else because of the demand. It is not surprising that they chose to open in KL because this brand is actually, the coffee prices are actually priced higher than your usual coffee joints, and they also chose to open one in Seoul, which if you checked out our Seoul video, we actually went there. So because we were so happy, right? We love this brand so much. Who knows, maybe in the future this brand might come to Penang or even Ipoh. But however, in terms of marketing, branding, and also spending power, definitely if you are the marketing person in Arabica, you definitely want to hit KL first. It is now 8:30 p.m. and we have yet to eat dinner. Do you know in Penang, we would have already eaten decent dinner by max 7 o'clock, right? And why is it that people eat so late in KL? Well, it's pretty simple. Let's say you finish work at 6:37 and then you go for dinner, right? But your jam will take up about an hour. So by the time you actually sit down in the coffee shop, restaurant, in the mall, it's really 8:30, right? And look at how packed this whole kopitiam is. And people are just sitting down for dinner, just like us. I'm actually waiting for a couple of friends. So by the time we sit down for dinner, we order, the food actually arrives, from my estimate, about 9 o'clock. A brief update on price. So this is my drink, which is a iced lemon tea, and then John is a teh peng. Total is 6 ringgit and 40 cents, which roughly is about 3 ringgit and 20 cents per cup, right? Which is a lot higher than what you can get in Penang, Ipoh, even Johor.
By the way, we created a couple of videos on KL previously, like this one, which covers the cost of living, where we broke down many different cost categories for you, like transport, accommodation, food, among many others. And at the end of the video, we created an entire budget for you to refer to. The prices provided will give you an accurate representation of the latest pricing on the ground. This other video covers more on the retirement requirements in KL, the different costs that you need, and cover more insights. At the end of the video, we also provide you a retiree's budget for your consideration.
Just to give you guys an idea about prices in KL, we're actually here for a casual lunch with a friend at SS20, and we're in this contemporary Thai shop, right? And the prices here starts from 40 all the way to 70, 80 per dish. For example, let's look at the chef's signature prawn curry. It's at 68 ringgit per dish, and then we've got the curry smoked duck, also another signature, also at RM68 per dish. What about the green curries? If you're looking at the beef green curry, is at 42 ringgit per dish. Let's look at seafood. The deep fried sea bass fillet with garlic, which I think I'm going to be ordering, is at 55 ringgit, and the deep fried sea bass fillet with mango salad is at 58 ringgit. I'm guessing the 3 extra ringgit would be for the mango. Now, of course, if you go to a Thai restaurant, you cannot forget milk tea, right? The Thai milk tea, 12 ringgit for hot, 15 ringgit for iced. If you are living in KL, what do you do on the weekends if not go to the mall? Well, you can go to Desa Park City. If you have pets, young kids, you can eat, shop and play here the whole day. You can actually live in Desa Park City because it's a self-contained township. So you've got condominiums, landed homes all over Desa Park City within the city center, as well as you've got retail, restaurants and play areas like this park. So on the weekdays, you spend a lot of time at work, and then of course you de-stress by going to the malls to eat, shop and play. But on the weekends, you also do spend a lot of money because in places like this is not cheap. You've got cafes, restaurants and bars where of course you can spend majority of your time eating and drinking. We're at a cafe at Desa Park City, and let's check out some prices, shall we? So if you're in the mood for a big breakfast, it will be at 35 ringgit, and this is all day breakfast. Then we've got nasi lemak, a local delicacy, at 28 ringgit. And if you want to get a cup of hot coffee, it's at 13 ringgit.
Welcome to One Utama shopping centre in Klang Valley, Petaling Jaya. So this is one of the earlier established and one of the largest in Malaysia actually, in Selangor. And this shopping mall is one of the first few that actually decentralized the shopping areas outside of KL city centre. So One is one of the examples that the Malaysian government has been trying to decentralize traffic away from KL city centre, and we see a lot of other shopping malls that are well equipped, such as Tropicana Gardens, such as The Curve, which are all well equipped on their own with different variations of shopping like your clothes, your retail, your F&B and also your supermarkets. Therefore, you can imagine the KL likes who don't want to go into the city centre goes to places like this, especially on the weekends, to chill and also spend a lot of money in the process.
And here we are in another cafe at One Utama, and of course this is a specialty cafe. This is a cafe that we used to go to a lot when we were in Vietnam, and this is Kong Cafe.
And they only have 3 outlets in KL. So similar to Arabica, it's also one of those concepts that first appear in KL. So actually we did a lot of videos in Vietnam, do check them out. And we will also film it in Kong Cafe in Ho Chi Minh City.
That's right. So that means for people who do not want to leave Malaysia to Vietnam to try out their Vietnamese cafes, coffee, then you can actually try it over here. So we don't have it in Penang, right? So even if you want to have this, then you have to travel to KL.
That's it, folks. We hope we've given you a great update on the latest cost here in KL and what to expect.
That's right. And if you're going to KL, please don't be surprised that, yes, even with a higher salary, it is more expensive to work and live in KL compared to the United States. And I hope that we've shown you why. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.